Hey, BillO'Reilly.com premium members, welcome to the No Spin News, Thursday, February 28th, 2019. Take your country back. Okay, so Michael Cohen's up on the Hill again, testifying this time in front of the House Intel Committee. It's in private. Yesterday was public. Tuesday was private. Okay. As I said yesterday, I don't care what Michael Cohen says. It doesn't matter to me as a journalist or an American. He is seeking vengeance. I don't know whether what he says is true or not, and I'm going to wait for the Mueller report, which is much more authoritative and will matter, whereas what Michael Cohen says doesn't really matter. I know a couple of conservative congressmen want him looked at for perjury. Why waste your time? He's going to jail in May, 3 years. Bye. All right, so Cohen's coverage got screaming headlines, which was why the media wanted this kind of coverage. And the coverage on TV was like 6-7 to 1, Cohen versus North Korean talks. I have this stat somewhere. But anyway, let me give you an example. So the Washington Post, they're the clear winners of using Michael Cohen to hurt Donald Trump. So their main headline is Russia hush money lies, takeaways from Cohen's testimony. Then the secondary headline, Cohen says Trump behaved much like a mobster. Washington Post. And then the third one, racist con man, Cohen assails Trump before Congress. This is tabloid stuff. This isn't Washington Post stuff. This is And we, the Washington Post, don't care if it's true. We don't care. We're just using a headline. New York Times, which hates Trump pretty much at the same level the Washington Post does. Their headline is Cohen depicts a life more like The Sopranos than The Apprentice. Michael Cohen accuses Trump of expansive pattern of lies and criminality. Wall Street Journal, no fan of the president. Michael Cohen details allegation of Trump's role in hush money scheme. Okay, so you get, this is why it doesn't matter whether any of it's true. All right, the Trump hate media cadres, let's grab it. Now, if these charges are made against Barack Obama, they'd never see the light of day. Even if one of President Obama's trusted lawyers or confidants turned against him. Never. In a million years. Okay, so CNN, MSNBC, which are the video versions of the Washington Post and New York Times, spent 428 minutes on Cohen, 12 minutes on North Korea summit. It's just unbelievable. But if you don't know by now, you're never going to know. The fix is in. Fix is in. One of the most amusing things to me in all of this, and I have to confess, I don't watch cable TV much anymore, the news there. It's boring, number one. I don't learn anything. And number two, it's just dishonest. So John Dean, the guy who turned against Richard Nixon in Watergate, Nixon's counsel, who turned against him. John Dean is a CNN staple because they want to remind people, CNN, of Watergate. And John Dean is a far left guy. So here's a clip they used last night. Go.
I think the thing that's most troubling and the most serious part of his testimony is his further flushing out the story of the payment to Stormy Daniels. I think that is really going to be the problem for the president with this testimony.
Oh, by all means, let's just drag the Stormy Daniels thing in again. Yeah, okay. Okay, now, going forward, the Democrats who want to annihilate Donald Trump. That's all. And the Republicans want to defend him. So you're not really getting any honesty here. It's one wants to annihilate, the other wants to defend. If I were President Trump, and this would be a bold, fresh move, tomorrow on Friday when he's back, I would issue a statement, not verbally, written statement, that says something to the effect that I have advised my children and all employees of the Trump organization and anyone who has done business with me not to testify in front of any congressional committees that, if called, take the fifth. Because the committees are not looking for the truth. They're not looking to conduct a fair hearing. So why do you want to be part of that? Anything you say can and will be held against you. And then after you say it, it will be used by the networks and the newspapers. They'll spin it around. That's what I would say. Do not, under any circumstances, answer their questions about anything pertaining to me, the President of the United States. I think that would be a smart move, because then you set up going forward that you're not going to participate in this clown circus. Again, when the Mueller report comes out, perhaps next week, that's an authoritative report. Whether you agree with it or not, I don't expect anybody who supports President Trump to agree with it. Not one person. And if you despise President Trump and the report says he didn't really do anything wrong, you won't believe it either. But it's authoritative. It comes under the seal of the U.S. government. It costs $30 million. Was the fix in? We'll see. Mueller's going to have to produce the evidence to back up his assertions. We'll see what that evidence is. I'll give you an honest play on it. But Michael Cohen, you're going to call me as a witness to answer a question about what Michael Cohen said? No. I'll raise my right hand. I'll swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, and I'll say, but I'm not going to answer any questions. I'm going to take the Fifth Amendment because I'm not guilty of anything, but I don't believe that this is a fair hearing. So that's how I'm going to do it. And you're, as an American citizen, entitled to that right. So we'll see.